went through the different questions for Q&A that people submitted. As I was answering these and writing myself some notes of things that I did not want to forget, usually I do these on the spot. I know you guys like when I do them on the spot, but sometimes when I'm on the spot, I'm thinking about one thing over here, I'm on a tangent, and then later on I'll be like, oh, I wish I would have said this too. So we can definitely do some of that. You can definitely ask your questions. If you did not get a chance to submit your question in advance, and time permitting, I will go ahead and still do your questions. Okay, but I thought about a lot of your businesses as we're answering these and things that I know you guys are asking me all the time. And we have so many of these resources in the Socialite, and I hope that you're taking advantage of them, because a lot of these questions, I know some came in from ladies who are either new in the Socialite or they're not members of the group yet. Some of you will know these answers, but not quite as in depth. So I thought about different ways and things that I've seen on your lead pages from the group, and try to apply this information in the things that I see still missing. Okay. All right, so let's dig into the first question. First question is a really good question, and the answer may seem a little bit obvious to some of you, some of my more seasoned group members who've been with me for maybe 6 months to a year. But for those who are newer, a lot of people skip this step over and over. And the question is, how do I know when I've captured my ideal client's pain points? So in the challenge, day 1 of the challenge covers going through the pain points of your customer as number 1 when you're creating a high converting lead page. So these are the things that really help you to understand your customer. They help you to start building that relationship with them and really talking to them on a day-to-day basis, so that they know that you're talking to them and that you relate and that they resonate and that they are right for you and you're right for them. Okay? Your engagement will tell you this. All right? It doesn't matter whether you have 10 people or 10,000 or 1,000,000 people. Your engagement with those people, that core audience, will tell you if you are hitting on their pain points. People will DM you. They will reply to your emails. They will comment under your posts. They will reply to your stories. If you are hitting on what that person is looking to you for, you will know, okay? They will show up to your lives, they will talk to you. And even if, like I said, that's 1 person or 10 people, 1 person leads to 10, 10 leads to 100, 100 leads to 1,000, and so forth, okay? If you're not saying enough, or if you're not getting to the right people, then they're still trying to resonate with your message, and you may just be getting a like on a post. So they like it, but they're not really as engaged yet as you're wanting to get them to, okay? And this goes back to your analytics. Your analytics are going to tell you everything that you need to know about your audience. So, for example, in your email sequences, where are people opting out? Are you getting a ton of opt-outs in one email? Are they going through the full sequence? This is something that I did. I wanted to know for our 14 Days of Radical Self-Love that we teamed up with someone for. I really wanted to know how much of my audience would be engaged in a product like that. Because it's not something that I've put together before. People tell me, Tori, we want mindset things, and I've been hearing that for a while. So I was like, okay, well, I found this one person, we bonded, we had a moment, she had a great product, I tweaked it a little bit to fit my audience, and we had 3 opt-outs out of like 3,000, which is pretty insane. And they opted out on the first day. So that's pretty incredible. Throughout the rest of the challenge, there were no more opt-outs for the full 14 days, which is pretty impressive, okay? So that could have meant many things. That told me a lot of things about that audience. Now, that could have been people who were on in that email sequence, and maybe they got an email the next day from that I sent to the whole audience. Maybe they, that was about entrepreneurship and they opted in for the self-love. That could have actually been what that was. But your analytics tell you so much about, or they could have signed up early, right? Because normally I do maybe 2 weeks of sign up before the challenge actually begins. So they could have gotten an email in that time frame that wasn't related to the challenge, in which is why segmenting is a really good idea. So your analytics, they really do give you so much of it. But once the challenge started, there weren't any opt-outs in the challenge. So that's pretty incredible. And that will tell you so much about if you've captured the pain points. And that's why it's important to get so very specific as you can when you are creating those pain points for your audience, okay? All right. So the next question, and if you have any questions on those, just jot yourself a note and hop back in at the end and let me know if you have questions about a specific one, because I do want to make sure that I get through all of them. And we're already 16 minutes in, okay? Because of my little technical difficulties. Okay, so the next one was, how do I automate a catering events startup? Now, I really love this question. For one, I know we have some event planners in our community. And two, yes, I did just spill it all over my new shirt. Sorry, Lisa. So cute. Excuse me. So, yes, I love this question because, like I said, we do have some people in our community that are planners, but I love it because it doesn't matter what your business is. It really doesn't matter what the business is. The way you automate is just like any other business. Okay, you do it, it's the same exact thing for any other business. Tori, can you send a link for the revised Dream Dollars Challenge, please? The link for the Dream Dollars Challenge is actually in the in my stories right now. So if you check the stories, you can actually sign up from the stories. Just do the swipe up, okay? That's for the new one. All right. So if you're automating a catering company, if you're automating a t-shirt company, a coaching business, you're going to do them exactly the same, just for your business, okay? And let me tell you. So we use 5 pillars at the Posh Girls Club for our success framework, but also to create an automation system for your business. Branding, number 1. I know everybody wants a quick answer to this. There's not a quick answer, okay? So this is the quickest way to get there, is following the 5 pillars that we cover here. This is what I did, and that's why I'm able to tell you. And this is what I do in every one of my businesses. And then it's what I do in helping other women that I coach, that I work with through different parts of the brand. These are the pillars that I use. And when you master each one, you will see the growth, and you will see those wheels start turning and everything start to fall right into place into each groove. So branding. You want to create an automation for your business, whatever it is, start with your branding. You must create a unique space, okay? Unique selling proposition where people see you as the authority. Your branding matters. Is there anyone in here that's done branding with us that has created a brand, and even if you haven't done it with us, that you've done it in your business? Can you attest to that? That when you have a clear brand presence, people get it. And it gets you directly to that ideal person that you want to talk to. There's no way around that. Okay? Create your own unique brand aesthetic, voice, concept that's unique to you. Ding, ding, ding. There's the key. because you have to be able to continue that relationship. And so if I came on today and I'm talking to you in one voice, and then tomorrow I come on, I'm in a whole other voice, you're like, who is this girl? You know, there's two Tories. There's me, and then there's our other Tori, right, from our socialites. So I'm like over the top, sparkle, pink, glam, you know, it's just ridiculous, right? Tori is like a chic, nerdy, cool kind of vibe. If I came in tomorrow and I'm that Tori, you'd be like, who is this girl? Why? Bring me my Tori back, because you don't, that's what you're here for. Right? You would be like, I don't know who this girl is, and I want her to knock it off. My brand voice, every time you see in my stories, you see diamonds. Okay, she loves them diamonds, honey. Okay. Sparkle, bling, I'm here for it. Right? If I came and tried to do the cool little hats that she does and just her little whole like swagged out vibe, it wouldn't make sense. That is what makes my brand, that's what makes me unique, and that's what makes her unique. Here for the giggles. Yes. I love it. Someone said I booked 2 people today for classes with those beautiful graphics. Yes, Antoinette, we did her her graphics with her brand and her threading course to make it fit her vibe and her voice and her look, and boom, people start to take you seriously. That's the difference. So that's the first thing you have to do. If you want to automate something for automate yourself for your business, first thing is you got to create a defined brand presence. This speaks to your audience in a way that only you can. The second one is your content. You have to be the authority in your niche. There is no quick get rich scheme to just pop in and make it overnight. I mean, unless you're like throwing out a quick 25K you want to hit me up with, right? To put it all in place for you. Cool. I got you. But even that, honestly, is going to take me at least a month to put it all together and just bam, get it out there. Okay. There's no quick way, but there's a constant and consistent way, okay, where you won't lose your mind or all your dollars, okay, in one sitting. That's how it works. All right. The next part of that in answering that question is monetize. So in this stage, you're going to set up a system that you can duplicate and replicate for every product you sell. You're going to set up a system to get new people. So that's going to include several parts. Okay. You're going to need yourself a lead magnet of some sort, VSLD, LM, a virtual sales letter, a digital lead magnet of some sort, okay, that could be a video story. So for this particular brand, the catering company, that could be a video story of an event that you've done, right? You're going to add in some music to that video, drop some clips from the event, tug on the heartstrings a little bit. That's how you get them, okay? And then you have a call to action that tells them, hey, download my event guide or 5 tips to hosting your next event. Let them try to do it. Let them take it on. Oh, this was fun for me with Bling. Yeah, everybody wants to come in. They think they can come in and do what you do the way you do it. Here you go. Here's all the tools. Here's all the directions. Go do it. And you might have that 1 or 2 who can sort it kind of, but the vast majority are there in the first place because they love the way you do it, and no one does it like you because that's your USP, right? And then they're gonna see, yeah, okay, so this might not be that easy. Or you could do 5 tips to hiring your next catering company. That includes all the shit that could go wrong. Seriously, what are all the things that they could just F up, okay? Or somebody else can mess up. Here's all the things that can potentially go wrong. And they're going to be like, yeah, I better call this professional and let this professional do it because I never even thought about all of these things that could go wrong, right? They will be hitting you up in no time. And that freebie, that VSL, that DLM, digital lead magnet, virtual sales letter, that quickly gets you to the person who needs, wants, and desires all of you and your services. And then it ignores the people who don't. Okay? Now, the person who wants it signs up to the freebie. They get an instant solution to what they were looking for from you. And then you create that relationship. The next phase is grow. Now you see who your audience is. Okay, so the people that opt in are the ones who want to know more. Now you can start watching their behaviors, right? You're going to take this audience and then you multiply that audience of people that you know, because they've gone through those initial steps. They've resonated with those pain points. They've resonated with your solutions that only you deliver in the way that you do, because you tell them exactly what that looks like on paper, on that lead page. So you leave nothing to be desired. You give it all to them. You give them everything. There's nothing left for them to guess. What is this thing going to do for me? I have no idea. All of it is here. There's nothing left for them to wonder about. This is how you stop wasting your time and other people's time too. And you stop wasting your money because they're coming in, they're looking at things, and they're not really the thing for them. Okay? That's time you spent answering questions. Answer all of the damn questions on the lead page. Okay? What is included? What's specifically included? What are you talking about? What are they going to get from it? How is it going to help them? How is it going to change them? What is it going to add to their life? What does it represent? Because it might not fit all of the things, but it's going to fit most of them. Because even a t-shirt represents something. I'm rocking Bella Ren today. Her t-shirt represents something. I know that me and Lisa have a connection for my grandmas. I know that. If I don't know anything else, I also know that she represents, the curvy girls. So I'm going to rock her shit. Okay? Seriously. So there's a connection there. Has nothing to do with the design per se. It has to do with the connection. Okay? So in the growth phase, like I said, it'll show you who your audience is. Once they opt in, you'll take that audience, you're going to multiply them by thousands based on your budget. Okay, so you're going to run an ad. You're going to run an ad for as cheap as $1 a day, seriously, on Facebook, an ongoing ad that looks like the audience who's opting in. They make it so easy for you. Even lead pages, if you're using lead pages connects directly to Facebook to making your Facebook ad way easier. And they just copy the audience who's opting in. Now you're going to send people to your lead page that has those elements of a high converting lead page, all those damn questions and the layout, so people know, yes, this person for me. We covered that in day 1 of the challenge. And then you repeat that process. That is how you do it. I just took the guesswork out of how you get customers into your business every day. That's how. And then influence is the final part of that. Influence. So that catering company now has to influence the people that are coming to see her stuff every day. Every day, she's got to influence them. So put in a daily strategy to talk to your people, to influence them daily, to get them to show interest in your product, but talk to them about things that make an emotional connection that's more than just, hey, look at the cake we made yesterday. Okay, great. Look at that's a caterer. Wouldn't be a caterer, but it could be. The caterer could be talking about, oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous cake that such and such did for her birthday party. It's like all Louis Vuitton, and it's gold and it's brown and it says Pashtori on it. Oh my gosh, don't you want one? Yeah. Okay. So those are things, and then she's going to talk about how people go through their process of choosing their cake. Maybe she might have she might follow that person around for the day and talk about the different, show back in things that are happening behind the scenes at the company to get ready for Posh Tori's event. Okay, that's how you influence. And then you talk about the different parts of the company that people, not the company, but the experience that people want to have. That is how that automation would look. So when I say automate, it's not just put the product up and run a sale to it. No. And I'm not saying that that's what she thought. I'm not sure who that young lady was. I think she's someone new to our community. So I don't really know her level of knowledge yet. But a lot of people think that that means just putting up the product for sale and just running a sale to it, or running it in your story and the swipe up or go to the link in my bio. And it's not. It's that full system. Whew, okay. You guys can drop questions on that if you need them, and we'll cover those shortly. All right, so back to the other questions. The third one was, how do you incorporate influence into your brand? I want to find my Khloe. So for anyone who doesn't know me, Khloe Kardashian, the quick Khloe story version is I met Khloe in 04, 06, I forget which year it was, one of the two, for MTV Awards Backstage Swag. And a couple of months, whenever the show started, it was a couple of months before the show started, and I met Khloe at Backstage Swag, and we were at the Standard downtown LA. It was awesome. She came in, took this amazing photo. I got to not exchange, but give her my contact info, and she didn't give me her number, but whatever. Got a beautiful shot with her and my bling. And a couple months later, Kim was popping at the time. So Paris had done her thing. You know, Kim was Paris's assistant. And then Kim got her video. And boom, then she was a star. So Kim was the star. And Khloe, you know, was just one of the sisters that nobody talked about until the show aired a couple months later. And boom, now I've got these amazing photos with Khloe. I've got this client relationship now where I'm giving her bling for her own show. And so that was clearly a major turning point in my business. Sure, I already crossed the 6-figure line, but having Khloe, game changer, especially the timing. So how to incorporate the influence in your brand because you want to get your Khloe? Well, what I did for my business is I used the people who were my niche, and people said they want to get their Khloe, but I got to my Paris before I got to my Khloe. So the way that I did that was when I put up products, I used the images and referred to and talked about the celebrities that I knew their audience would love my stuff. Paris's audience wanted bling. Paris in her Hello Kitty. So just how I got sued, but whatever. It brought me all the other, I don't focus on the bad thing that happened. It was only $1,000 that I had to pay them. So yeah, Paris, I focused on the people that I knew would fit my audience, that I knew were right for my product. And eventually those people came to me. They came to me because they could see the correlation. So be authentic. Talk about the brands that you love. Talk about the celebrities that you love. One of our girls posted, she's blended Black family. She's got, you know, she focuses a lot on dads. I think on Fridays or one of the days of the week, she does dads. And she posted Leon and Noel. And he reposted it because it was genuine. It was authentic. It went with her brand. He reposted it in his stories. And I think even Stevie J commented or something on something that she put on as well. That's why it works. It works because it's authentic and it goes together. It's not just some random connection. And it went with her brand. So if you want to incorporate influence, think about, I talk about this too a lot. Think about who that celebrity is, because their audience can also help you get closer to that person. But especially if they're people that aren't so big yet, that you can actually make that connection with them. They can see your stuff. They can see that you're someone who's not just looking for a repost. It's not thirsty. Okay. That's how it works. Genuine connections. Talk about the brands that you use all the time. You talk about them consistently. Tag them. When you put up a post on Instagram, don't tag Beyonce because your comments won't show. Okay. Did that once. But tag them. Tag those people who you're genuinely talking about and genuinely fit into your brand. All right. Okay. Whew. Moving on to number 4. What's the best way to reach clients for beginners in business? All right. Best way to reach clients for beginners in business, Instagram. I mean, that's an easy one right there. Because, again, use your stories. In the masterclass, my last Instagram masterclass for the year, that had enough gems to last y'all the rest of the year. Unless Instagram puts out something new and really like, whoa, okay, that's it for the year. Y'all can rewatch that one on repeat. There's a lot of stuff in that. So much. I can't even imagine that there's anyone else who's given a masterclass is that in-depth on Instagram. I'm willing to bet $100 on that. Okay, tag me if there's someone you think that has. Use your Instagram stories consistently. There are so many little tips and tricks that you can do inside of Instagram stories. So many to reach new people every single day. We talked about tagging. We talked about locations. We talked about putting those hashtags in there. Okay, the right hashtags. Also, you can run ads to the Instagram, to your images that are doing well for wherever you are in your business. Okay, and then grow that audience that's engaging with it. Again, another little hack from Instagram/Facebook. Excuse me. So another little hack from Instagram and Facebook is that you can, once you use your analytics to see which images are doing well, take that image, change the tag, the before you send it live, make sure it's got something like, for me, I'll put, once mine starts to convert well, and it'll say, it will actually tell you, this photo is doing better than 90% or 85% than your recent photos. Okay, boom, you know that's a good one to post. Take it, run an ad to it. Well, change your tag. So I'll put like, follow at the Posh Girls Club for daily inspo, for female entrepreneurs, inspo and resources, because I want people to know it's not just inspiration. I sell stuff, okay? Come and get some of this. Okay, the paid products are way better than the stuff you get for free, even though I go in on the free stuff. All right, so now you're gonna take that. I change the caption before I send it, because once you send it, you can't change the caption. And then I run an ad to it. 30 days maybe. Make whatever your budget is going to be, however many people you can reach for that, because you know it's converting well for your audience already. Take the guesswork out. It's already doing well. Use it to replicate. And I think the option for, if you do it directly from Instagram, is to daily engaged or mostly engaged. So it sends it to more people that will engage with it, that are more likely to engage based on the people who already have. Quickest way to reach new clients for beginners in business, okay? All right, let's see. So I have, even if you found the picture on Pinterest, absolutely, yes. Yes. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the question I have is if you are not the only one that likes bling and diamonds, because I love everything sparkles as well, how do you not get from people, oh, she's just like so-and-so, or trying to be like so-and-so? Listen, I'm not the only person in the world that likes bling. There's a lot of people in the world that like bling, okay? Do you. Like, be you. Don't worry about what people are saying. Just make sure you're doing it in your lane. Like, do you, you know? Because I'm sure there's other big brands that we have similar aesthetics. Well, I'm not trying to be them. I just like what I like. So my aesthetic is my aesthetic. And people who have something to say about it, I know there's big brands that actually go and look at other people's accounts and copy their accounts, like copy mine. So just because they got a blue check doesn't mean they're not checking for other people too. They're checking to see what's working for me just the same, okay? Trust and believe. So do you. Don't worry about what people say. People are going to say what they're going to say. Just let your authenticity shine through, all right? And that's that. I think you had on some blinged out glasses, and I won on one the other day too, which I thought was cute. And one of our other girls has them too. So does that mean you're trying to copy her because both of you got blinged out glasses? No, who cares? You had your glasses long before, and I just haven't noticed. I was like, oh, look, that's cute. That's cute. They have the similar glasses. So do you. Don't worry about what other people say, because they're going to say what they are going to say regardless. As long as you're in your lane and because there's other people who, I'm trying to think. So because I motivate people and I have upbeat energy, or like, am I the only one who's got that? No, you guys are full of energy and full of life. You know why? Because like attracts like. My vibe and my tribe are very well connected. That's a good thing, but none of us do the same thing in the same way, I don't think. But we might like the same stuff. That's okay. That's completely okay. And I encourage you, be you 100% to the fullest. I'm not going to judge you. I say, if I'm giving you the information, take the information, run with it, and slay in your lane. Do you, okay? Yes. And I got stuff says, oh, wow, I've never done that. You changed the captions, never thought. Yes, I always change the captions. I change the captions because I want to make sure, like sometimes, like for example, a post just went up, and even I'm going to go change that caption when we're done, because it was with the girl with the money. And I was telling people, hey, we're going to go live in a few. But that caption, that post might actually, when I put it up a couple months back, it converted really well. There's a lot of new people into my brand. We just reached 601K or 3K or something like that. A lot of new people in since I posted that. So it may convert even higher. So I'm going to change that caption so for the future. And then that might be one that I'll run an ad to later, depending on how well it converts today. Okay. That was my mistake with my last. So that was create an IG ad from a post that's doing well. Yes, that's it exactly. When your posts are doing well, make an ad for it. And you can do that right from the post. Just click boost post, and then it'll let you choose the audience. So you can either create your own audience, or you can just replicate the audience, more people who look like the ones who are engaging. That's why your Instagram analytics are really important. They're really important because you don't want it to just go to everyone who looks like your audience. If your audience isn't right, you want to make sure it's targeted. Okay? That was a mistake with my last IG. I didn't change the caption. Yeah, you want to definitely change the captions. All right. Let's get back to it. Okay. How do you connect your product to your sales without being so obvious? These are such good questions. Because that's the quickest way to get people moving on. This is one of the biggest reasons why people don't monetize, why they don't sell their products. Okay. It does take a bit of practice to do this, okay, or a guide, which again, in the Socialite, we have tons of content on this topic. One of the ways is you use the elements of the high converting lead page. Okay, so connecting to the pain points, the problems, how you provide the solutions, the consequences that come up if they don't do it, how you provide the solutions, and then how you transform them. This is literally the format, y'all, okay? So do live streams or challenges that show that you lines, right? Basically, the concept around it is moving through tough times. When something tragic has happened to you, they're positive slogans. They're things that people can connect to in real life. Your passion, your purpose over the pain. How did it get you from point A to this point? And then you wear that, like kind of like labels. Our labels collection. It's wearing a badge of honor. You want to call me bougie? Okay, guess what? I'm gonna go make me a T-shirt that says bougie on it, because I'll be that. That's what I might be, that a little bit or a lot, or like next level, whatever. That's me. That's just one little part of who I am. One little part. And so it's connecting to that, like, this is me. This is what so you're taking it past just a product, past just the thing that you're selling. Does that make sense? Pain into power. Thank you. Pain into power. Okay, which is basically what I'm saying. All right, and that's the connection with these shirts, especially if you've been through some of the things that she had gone through and the women in her community have gone through, or anyone. I've gone through some shit. I know a lot of you have. Okay, we all have on some level. Rock it, because now it's something that gives you power. It fuels you, right? That's how you sell your product without being obvious, because you're talking about the thing that connects you to the product. Just like I talked about with Bellarine's T-shirt that I'm wearing now. We talked about the thing that connected us, to this product. She lost her grandma when she was a lot younger. I lost mine 2 years ago. I can't believe it's been 2 years, almost 2 years. Wow. All right. Okay. The next question is, what if you feel that there is not a big enough audience for the pain point that you are trying to solve? Great question. Anyone feel like that's a struggle for them? Having enough people? Let me know if that's you. If you feel like your audience is not big enough for the pain point that you're trying to show that you've got the solution for. Okay, so that's me. Okay, so you don't need a big audience to sell a product. I know that's not the answer you guys wanted to hear, but it's the truth. You don't need, and I know people tell you this all the time, and you might feel like that's just bullshit. It's not bullshit. You don't need a huge audience to sell a product. More than 50% of your audience isn't going to buy. Real talk. The bigger you get, the truer that is. You get lurkers, right? You get people that want to do what you do, but they're hiding instead of just learning the right way and then like slaying in their lane. I get so many people that come on, and then as we get closer to the end, they start like going off, because a lot of them are people who are hearing about me and find out about me, and then they'll take my ideas and they'll go give it to their community or whatever. That's just the reality of it, right? I don't care how much, whether I make you come into a private text group and there's 10 of us, one of the people in there are like, I'm just going to get all these goods and then go give it to my community. And it's okay. Seriously. 10 of the right people can bring you hundreds and thousands of dollars per month if you give them exactly what they need. Don't worry about the numbers. Worry about the content and the value that you are giving. Worry about showing up and creating influence. Pay attention to what they need. Pay attention to what they need and then give them a solution for it. Then, once you've done that, put it in front of 10 more people just like them and grow it. Because now you've created the issue, the pain points, the focus, the influence, the product, the connection to the product, and now you got the right people. So a lot of it is the building along the way. I do way less work than I did 2 years ago when I was building. You know why? Because I was building courses, I was building challenges, I was building videos and content. So I can get up and go a week and not do any of this, any of it, because all of those systems are already in place. That goes for labels even. That goes for my courses, my coaching. It's all laid out. I spent those 2 years putting in the groundwork, and it's not quite 2 years yet, almost. In under 2 years, y'all, I put in the groundwork. I laid the systems out with just a few people, because a lot of my audience comes for the quotes, and that's it. A lot of my audience are people who do what I do. A lot of them are, but all of them are not. Even some of the ones who do what I do still want to learn how to do it better, because I have more than just the coaching part of it. I've done this for years. Okay, and a lot of them have done it for maybe 2, 4, maybe 5 years. And so they're not seeing the success. But I sold other products online for 17 years now. Most people don't have those kind of credits. They really don't. Okay? And I'm not just selling products. I'm building a community. A lot of people are on just to sell products, and that's fine. But I sell products every day in my other company, so it's whatever, you know. But I was able to build way quicker because of that community, right? So you don't have to have a huge audience to sell your product every single day. What you have to do is create a specific relationship. Just think about building the relationship with one person, with one. What does that look like all the way through to the end? Okay? Then once you've built it, you've built that whole email sequence where you're talking to them, you're connecting with them every single day. And this, again, it takes practice to get to writing. Sometimes I write a whole email out and then I'm like, no, that's just crazy. That email was so me focused, knock it off. And I'll scrap it because I know good and damn well that it's me-centered and not customer-centered. All right, if you're not in the socialite, these are things that I teach and we work on all the time. So drop me a message or a DM if you're interested in joining us. We actually have a wait list, but if you come to these, I really want people in my communities that are putting in the work. Honestly, it makes it so much easier for me to create solutions for you and then let you go and, find the solutions in our community, okay? And I know it takes a specific kind of person who's actually gonna do the work. So you can drop me a message or DM if that's something, if you're interested in joining us, if you're not a member. All right, last question that I had, and if you have a question still off of something that we talked about, feel free to drop it in. And this is a great one, so I'm glad this was the last question. How do we connect our brand story to the products? I love this. So, yeah, I'm so proud of these questions. I can't even tell you. These are some of the best questions. I was like, yes, my girls are working, okay? So, how do you connect your brand story to the product? Okay, apologies to anyone who's seen me do this. And if you have not, here you go. So, we got new PGC cups. Y'all see the new cups? Sorry if my lipstick's on it. Whatever, don't judge me. We got new PGC cups. Cute, right? Aren't they cute? I love the gold foil. So I have these cups up for sale. Nobody really cares about buying the cup, right? Let's just be honest. Nobody cares about a Posh Girls Club cup. What they care about is the story behind the brand. So my brand has layers. One of the layers is, for example, my Grandmalicious. I guess I called her Grandmalicious in real life. It is what it is. Don't judge me. Was like my biggest supporter. Like, Like, you know, my El Boogie supports me. Let's just be clear. But she's my mommy. So she is just extra. Like, she is just always driving me insane still, okay? But my grandma thought the sun, moon, stars, honey, rose and set with her granddaughter, okay? Like, there was nobody. Her Sherelle, she always called me by my middle name, Rel, and the sun, the whole world began and ended with her grandchild, okay? So I would sell my little cards in high school. Freshman year, I started making these cards. After church, I go get the cards, I sell the cards, and I wrote poetry because they're on my original writing, right? And on the one card, if you see my About Me page, you've seen this. On the one card, I actually wrote, I put the post up yesterday, in fact, that had the little quote from the card. So I've been writing those quotes for a really long time. So people are always like, Tori, how do you come up with this stuff? How do you, yep, see, one drop. Sorry, y'all. Tori, I've been writing these up. How do you come up with this stuff? I come up with my inspiration based on things that happen in my life. Like, they're based on things. So even if I see a quote that someone else puts up, I'm still changing it so that it fits my voice, my tone, the way I would speak, and how it relates. It's got to relate to me in my life somehow, because that's how I'm able to relate to my community. I'm able to relate to my community based on us connecting through experiences. I know your experiences because we talk about them. It's not just a one-way street. We talk, we communicate. You guys DM me. We talk in the socialite. All of those things. So for me, creating the Posh Girls Club, based on the fact that I wrote this card that my gram sent my boys just before she died. She sent them 2 of the cards that I made. And when I read the cards, it blew my mind, because you know that you're always on this goal, and this is for everyone. You always know that you're on this path for your life. You're always on this, but sometimes it gets buried and you forget, and you might get off track. And then you have this moment where you're like reminded, oh my goodness, that's always been the purpose. And I know Faye is one of my coaching clients, one of our socialites, and I remember her sharing something very similar with something that she, I think it's something on her wall that she connected back. Yes, they connected back to something that sometimes you forget those things about yourself. You forget, and then it just clicked. And here I was creating this community, and Grandma Licious was like, girl, you've always been on this path. Her sending those cards to my boys was a reminder, and it solidified that this is where I'm supposed to be. So when you see the cups, when you see the Posh Girls Club, when you get one of our products, when you're rocking our t-shirts, you're a part of that community that wants to do exactly that, build real relationships with women. We are a community of women who support one another. We really want to see each other win. It's not just a tagline. It's the reality, because we do it and we show up for each other every day. Even when we're tired and sick, I will see the girls come onto those messages and be like, hey babes, I was tired, but I'm back today. None of us owe that to any one of the other. And yet there's that real camaraderie. Can I get an amen? Shout me some diamonds if that's you ever, because it's just the truth. That is how we roll with each other. We show up for one another. And so that's what it represents when you wear one of our products. When you rock a Posh Girls Club t-shirt, that's what you're a part of. When you have one of our mugs, that's what you're a part of. So it's more than just the logo T. Okay, it's more than just whatever the product is that you're selling. It's what it represents to the person that's buying it. What does it represent to the person who is buying it? All right. Whew. Okay, so those are all the questions that I could get to today. We're just about 50 minutes. I want to make sure that if you've got any last moment questions, I think I've got, yeah, it's a work in progress. It is. Creating those lead pages is no simple feat. Okay, you're always tweaking them until you've got them. I think there's only one of mine that's actually like two. There's two of them that are, according to Lead Pages, perfect. Only two. So it's okay. But two convert all day, every day. That's the key. And once you get those two to convert, you run your ads, boom, keep it moving. I've got ads running the other ones that still convert. Those two just convert better than any of the other ones. All right? Same product, just offered in different ways. Okay? So by all means, keep working on those. Constantly tweaking my Lead Pages, loving Adobe Spark. Awesome. Good stuff. All right, ladies. Well, thank you guys for joining me. It's always, always my pleasure to be able to come on and give you some value. Once a week, twice a week, I'm working on it. I'm not going to do it on Instagram. I'm just not going to do it. I refuse with all the crazies. So even if we have 5 people in here, to me, that's more valuable to my community. It's not about how many people show up for me. It's how many people show up for yourselves. Okay? That is what's important to me. I want to make sure it's not a numbers game. It's about making sure that the people who are invested in themselves, and you do that through signing up for your courses and signing up for your the different challenges and signing up for the private membership. Those are the people that I want to show up for consistently, because I know that I'm not just talking and you're taking the information and you're doing something with it. So thank you guys for coming in. I'm going to keep showing up for you, keep giving you value always. Okay? And you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you next week with some more. If you've got questions, drop them in the socialite. Shoot me a DM if you're not in there, and maybe we'll get you in there to join the rest of our girl gang. Bye, babes. Have a great rest of your weekend, your week. You're welcome.